Christmas again. This time I actually ordered from Wix Aircraft. I found their pricing to be actually quite a bit better on a lot of the stuff compared to Spruce. So got a bunch of ring terminals. I got some 8-gauge wire because I'm going to do the alternator and the VPX in 8-gauge. Some ring terminals for that. I also got this stuff. I've seen a couple of the other people using it. It's like a fiber reinforced silicone to put on these baffles. Again, the thought is like $6 a foot, so I bought a couple of feet. I'll put it on. It's easier to take it out once it's in than it is to put it in once it's installed. So I like the idea of the metal not chafing up against the cylinder, and people have said that it also helps with cooling. So I'll give it a try. Bunch of bolts. I needed some longer bolts, grommets, more fun stuff. Amazing what us grown men get excited about. Well, I started cutting a couple of the pieces of the blue baffling to put on there, and I'm guessing probably have to kind of stick them on, and trying to figure out with what. So I'm doing a little test here. I have CA glue, rubber cement, the high temp silicone, the 3M S-2000, and the 3M, I'm kind of hoping this works, I'm hoping for this the most, and the 3M 2000 with adhesion promoter. So let that sit overnight and we'll see which one comes off the easiest. It doesn't have to hold anything, I just don't want it to slide. Alright, let's see what we came up with. Did this last night, like 20 hours later now. So this is the CA glue. Yeah. This is the rubber cement. Oh wow, that didn't hold at all. I'm surprised because I have this piece here. Guess it kind of held. Ooh, very happy. Look at that. So that's actually a bond breaking where it hasn't cured yet. Okay, I'm good with that. So yeah, that's very strong. Honestly, the one with the promotion adhesion promoter, there we go, was as strong or even less strong than this. And to be honest, this hasn't even cured in, well, maybe it has. I mean, all right, the gray stuff it is. Alright, so what I did here is basically cut a strip for every one of these bendable baffles that goes around the barrels. This idea came from Pat Hatch, at least that's where I saw it. He said it made a big difference. So I like the idea of the metal not sitting right up against the fins of the engine and gilling or whatever, corroding together. And I don't know, it makes sense, so I'm doing it. So I cut all these little strips out of the silicone. Got this from Wix Aircraft, I think. It's got the carbon fiber reinforcement in the middle. Sounds like the same stuff he used, so I'm going with that. Not taking credit for it, just showing you why I'm doing it and how I'm doing it. Then I use this stuff, the high temp sealant, and basically glue them on. Kind of just smudging this around. Don't need much. Spread it evenly with my finger. It's got kind of a thick consistency. And then, because it takes a while to cure, that's why I'm taping the edges down. And it also keeps it aligned. There's nothing worse than gluing something and then putting it down and coming back and finding out it moved and glued in the wrong position. Woodworkers will know what I'm talking about. So, clean that up. I did scuff all these up with a Scotch-Brite pad and cleaned them with 91% alcohol. And this one's got a little angle on it because of the shape of it. So yeah, each one's individual, just like the little baffle things. Gluing that on. Squeezing this on. And check, you see it's got good adhesion, so you don't need much. And then I put the tape around it, just at the ends. Two reasons. One is to keep it, centered on the fin itself, like I said, so it doesn't slide. And the other is to keep the end to kind of try and keep it down. And do the same thing on this end, but I saw a couple of them were kind of like bone up in the middle, so that's why I put the little clamps on there. I'm kind of running out of clamps, so we'll see what I can find. Can also just put a piece of tape going this way. So, yeah. While I was at it on this one, this is the front left, and we got the mini sensor going through. So I cut this hole, the wires for the mini sensor are going to go through there, and I cut the grommet. And the idea is to be able to unbolt this bolt at the front of the engine and hopefully finagle this up and get the wires through the bottom and then through the grommet. That's the idea behind it anyway. So yeah, I have to stop reading other people's blogs and coming up with more stuff to do instead of hanging a damn engine. But there you go. Good night. All right, next day, peeled all the tape off, and these are all sticking on there real good. So I'm excited to put them on the motor. Alright, I got all the baffles in. I put a little bit of silicone here. I haven't done the whole thing yet. I did put it around there as well before it goes on. All the pieces in between each other are siliconed. Kind of see it squeezing out there. Riveted these things in. So yeah, they're in for good. Now I'm moving on to these beloved baffle twist thingies. So I basically cut two tubes that are 8 inches, and then this one's a little bit longer. I made that 9 inches. Tubes meaning this rubber silicone high temperature hose. And I'm twisting that through there, just kind of working away at it. Pretty straightforward, but I found that if you start twisting close to where it comes anyway, and then it'll leave you a little 1/2 inch on either side to, and then put the tube over. There you have it. The last of the baffle headaches. I got the silicone things in there, the little tubes. They're kind of just hanging wherever they hang. They're not like super tight, but there's no way to get them any tighter. So, all right. I think the baffles are done. I got this just holding the glue on there. And I will say a goodbye. I'll probably end the video here. I know I lied about the engine hanging. We'll make that another video unless this video is not long enough, which I doubt. They always end up being long because I babble too much. I do have to do a few more things, put the oil dipstick back in. Oh yeah, I can do that. And see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Happy building. Hopefully it's helpful. Bye bye. Good night.